to Salt Lake City, where the mighty Utah student section is ready to turn this place into a cauldron of noise. Rice-Eccles Stadium, home to the Utah Utes. The Horned Frogs will kick it away to start us off. So the Utah Utes offense will take the first swing of the game. And here he comes, and you may think that you can take a wide receiver out of the game plan, but Jesse, with this guy, he sort of believes, I'm him, I'm the dude.
Yeah, and he gives defensive coordinators nightmares too, I swear. When you watch this guy's highlight tape, man, he scares you to death with his speed. He can take the top off the defense. He can change the game, David, on any given play.
And so how many different ways can I continue to give him touches? You know, they're going to split him out wide. I'd hand him the football. I'd throw it to him quick. I'd throw it to him deep. This is a playmaker that will be featured.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. Finally run. He has this offense rolling with a first down. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied, and the timeout is gone. And the Utes will have it 1st and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
From the gun to give, looking for room.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. The Utes will hustle to the line. Looking to throw on 3rd. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Horned Frogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
Off the play fake. It's complete along the sidelines. It's a catch inbounds, and it's a first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He's looking to throw it. Going to take a shot, and it's caught inside the 25. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. An explosive play takes them right outside the red zone, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? But if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, dude.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
4th down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He's got him, and they convert. zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Utah has it back, and the offense coming onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He's going to run it. Gets down with the slide.
It's a little demoralizing, too, I think, if you're on defense, because it looked like you had him, right? It's 3rd down. Everybody's getting ready for a big sack. They're pinning their ears back, trying to get upfield. You just can't make the play. Quarterback's able to escape. He doesn't get the first down, but he did get nice yardage, so I'm curious to see what they do here on 4th.
The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered out.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. Tackle is made after the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. The option look. Now the toss. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. And the Horned Frogs want to pick up the tempo. They'll try the left side. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
The Horned Frogs have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Fires into the end zone. And it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You've got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
Keep it on the ground. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. 1st and 10 from their own 24-yard line.
And that's a good play when you're inside your own 10, running out, trying to get something positive so you don't have to throw out your end zone.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And the Utes will punt it away on 4th down. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on 1st down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Trying to fight his way through that tackle when he's brought down.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Smashes through. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll give it to the back. At the 20, he's got just steamrolling his way through. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, nice blocking by this offense. Nice job running the football. How about the running back? You could tell he knew exactly where.
Touchdown! The quarterback sneak pays off as he gets it across the goal line. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished the deal with the quarterback sneak.
14, Utah, 0.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a 1-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. And you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half. Because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit.
And he is going down here, but we have a penalty marker at the line of scrimmage. They may have jumped the gun.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Defense really hurt itself with that penalty. Now it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Makes a move. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did.
And they got him for the sack.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Going for the big play. Oh, picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. From the 22 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Makes his connection. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Utes are in the red zone. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. The offense burns his 3rd and final timeout of the half.
Timeout, Utah.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except ticket holders. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. He got it. That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. From inside the 10, here he comes. And the returner will be dragged down. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to go up top on 1st down. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Field goal is good. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. And the Utes will boot it away to start the 2nd half. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Man, that's a couple bad throws. Last possession obviously ends in an interception for this quarterback, and now you throw another one, in harm's way. You got to make sure you're throwing to the open guy. Make sure you're taking care of that football. We can't have any more turnovers.
Coming after him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Ellington. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's got it. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down. And the Horned Frogs want to move quickly. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Got his man. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to throw on second down. He caught it. And he wanted the score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. He wants to throw it again. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
TCU.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
TCU 21, Utah 6.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. It's always great to get points on a drive, but it would behoove them to try to get a touchdown this time around, Palmer.
They may have to get out of their comfort zone here too, David, a little bit and just start being more aggressive and take some chances, but that's what's going to have to happen for them to win this game.
Yeah, and when you're losing, obviously everything gets heightened. Everything becomes more critical. This drive is crucial because you've got to cut into this deficit and put some points on the board.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He looks that one in nicely, and he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Utes come to the line with a new set of downs. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding it.
And now on second down for this offense.
3:25.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Utah! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now, but it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Bob.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
On second down, just keeps firing. Makes the grab down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll throw it on first down. He'll take another shot here. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, you're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Now the play fake. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. The Horned Frogs will punt this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Looking for a crease. It's Montgomery. At the 35, he's open. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. And the Utes want to crank the tempo. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
On the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to go with the QB design run, but nice job defensively. They were not fooled by it. They were physical up front. Guys defeating blocks, able to get that tackle for loss.
Leaves it with the back. Got room at the 35. That gives him 54 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll try the run. He is smashing people. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. And the Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Discards a man. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop, and that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
On second down, wants to throw it. Got his man on the outside. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
And at least they keep him out of the end zone. He's on the 3.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football. Run the clock. Let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the fourth. They put together an 81-yard drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Utah, 16.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man quickly. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Gets it out fast. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Utes have this offense rolling. Back to the air one more time. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Second and short now after that completion. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's complete. Touchdown, Utes! Reeled it in and just made the house call.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. TCU has it back in the Horned Frogs go on offense. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a first down ends this football.
He's going to fire deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Takes it the other way. Inside the 30. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. Thought he had the huge play with the interception. Instead, nabbed for PI, and it'll be first down for this offense. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Use the play fake, now to throw. He unleashes a long one. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, TCU!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air on first down. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Quickly gets everyone set. They spike it to stop the clock.
Brings up third down.
I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And the offense just going to spike it here.
Incomplete. It's second down.
Quarterback empties his backfield. He's looking for a man on second down. Complete downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Utes trying to cash it in on first and goal. They want to throw it. They're bringing heat. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. And they spike it and get the clock stopped.
I really like the play by the quarterback. Very, very smart. Listen, early in the downs, goal-to-go situation. Drop back. You don't see it right away. Tuck it and get positive yards. Make that next down easier so I can try to get a little bit closer to the goal line and I can get that touchdown. Headsy play by the QB.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. As the defense comes out, they've got them pinned back, and listen to the roar of this crowd. Quarterback will audible. Looking to move it through the air. He wants to take the top off. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After this, it'll be a wrap. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence for it.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create.